What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation. Let's talk about Love and Hip Hop Miami season 7 episode 4. It's going down with Shay, where she has to eat mud and she has to eat dirt. The way she talked to her mother, the way she mistreated her mother, the way she yelled at her mother, the way that she took her boyfriend, her baby father's side over her mother, the way she dissed her brother because of Fable, and Fable's out here cheating on her, living up in her house, living off of her, okay, while he's talking to other women. It seems like Shay is doing the same repeat over and over again, because wasn't she paying for Scrappy? Wasn't she putting Scrappy in an apartment? Wasn't she giving Scrappy money? So now she's doing the same thing with Fable, and come to find out, Fable been out here in these streets just living it up, and he's been talking to women all over social media for hours and days and everything. And then Shay Johnson mom lets us know that Fable ain't had no job, and he ain't got no job, and he ain't been working. He had 40 years to get himself together, and he still ain't together. So Shay just be picking him up, baby, and taking him home and cleaning him up, and they don't even respect her or do right by her. Like, come on. Like, Shay went to the bottom of the barrel with this whole situation, but at the same time, Shay's yelling and screaming at Fable, and she's upset with Fable, but we already know that she gonna stay with Fable. She gonna be with Fable. That's just gonna be the whole situation. And then Shay lets us know that before she got back with Fable, he was supposed to be getting himself together and, getting on his feet and getting a job and everything. So he's been living up in her house, telling her how to do it, yelling at her mother, disrespecting her mother and her brother. And he ain't putting in any money into the pot. He ain't paying no light bill, no gas bill, no condo bill, no nothing. He's just living pretty off a Shay. Child, when are you going to wake up and stop being used? But hey, she wants to be used. She wanted it to be like that. Then it's going to be like that, because baby, how many times you gonna have to leave a man and then come back to him? He know he don't gotta change for you, because you gonna keep them legs open, you gonna keep the door open, because all he gotta do is act like he gonna cry and he's sorry. And when Shay was telling him to bounce, he was like, well, then I'll bounce. And he thought about it, where am I gonna bounce to? I ain't got nowhere to go. Like, Lord have mercy. And then on top of that, he was supposed to have brought Shay a Tesla. How he buy Shay a Tesla when he ain't got no job and he haven't worked in 40 years? Like, Shay, come on, child. Like, come on, girl. We gonna need you to wake up. We gonna need you to, to get some get right. Like, what is going on? And then on top of that whole situation, Shay man is out here, hooking up with Zoe's sister. Like, come on. At least they didn't meet in person, but he was talking to her. He was whispering sweet nothings in her ear, FaceTiming her and everything, knowing that this girl was on the same show as his girlfriend, his baby mama, or whatever the case may be. So this is a whole situation. It seems like it's fake. And something's wrong with Zoe's sister. Zoe's sister needs to get help, and Shay's out here calling her baby father Fable a demon, and he's evil and all this other stuff. Then why are you still sleeping with him? Why are you still trying to work this out? It's like you say all these things with your mouth and you don't mean it. If you don't mean it, don't say it, because you can't take it back, especially when you're going to go back to him anyway. Now you're going to counseling and you're saying that you and Fable are arguing in front of your daughter. Like, it's already an environment that is very toxic, and you just keep holding on to it. You just can't let it go. Well, you're going to reap what you sow. And if you stay with him, you're going to get everything that you deserve and need from him, because he showed you who he is. And he ain't changed. He ain't even got a job yet. He ain't even working. So you just his sugar mama. So what is he, a stay-at-home daddy? Is he actually taking care of your daughter? Or is he out here while you working in your car, chilling on your phone, using your cable? You paying his phone bill? Who's paying his phone bill? Shay, you paying his phone bill too? Like, Lord have mercy. And Shay was very disrespectful to her mom, and she knows she was disrespectful to her mom, and that was really wrong how she was disrespectful to her mom. But at least she apologized to her mom and let her mom know that she was right. And then, Shay, you're gonna be out here doing voodoo to get this man back? Won't you do some voodoo to get him a job, okay, an income? Like, Lord have mercy. Wake up, child. And this is the woman on screen that Fable was actually talking to, FaceTiming and everything, probably in Shay's house, in Shay's car, Shay's hallway, Shay's bathroom, Shay's bedroom, Shay everything. Okay, so he was talking to this girl, and she seems kind of crazy. Zoe's sister, she's out here saying that she was pregnant, brung a pregnancy test, and she wasn't pregnant by Fable because she never met Fable in person. She was just talking to him on the phone. Well, she already knew he had a girlfriend, or he was in a situation where they was having problems, and she gonna try to get herself into the situation so she can be on the show, so she can eat off her sister when her family disowned her. Zoe family disowned her, and she was homeless, living out in the street with her boyfriend, and now they see an opportunity to get something off of Zoe. And Zoe's crazy. She's a fool too, because I wouldn't even be talking to my sister like this. Not you gonna be out here embarrassing me and lying and everything, trying to make me look like I'm crazy, child. This gotta be fake, like for real, for real. But in any event, hopefully Shay gets it together. Hopefully Shay gets what she wants. Hopefully Fable do right by her and things of that nature, because that's what she's hoping, that's what she's planning on, and she don't want to let him go, and she don't want him with nobody else either. So therefore, either she puts up with it and keep her mouth closed, or she can continue to fight and argue with this man and be upset and lose her sanity. And let's get to rapper Zoe from Love and Hip Hop Miami, where her boyfriend Calvin, he has proposed to her and he asked her to marry him, and she said okay. But they have a little situation going on because she feels like maybe he's taking advantage of her, maybe he's using her, but he was the only one around when her family wasn't around. He's the one that stayed down with her, and he doesn't like to cook or clean or things of that nature. That's something that you can actually work on. As long as he's not out here disrespecting you, stealing your money and abusing you, then you straight. There's a little things that you can work out the kinks, but we shall see if he's out here dipping and dabbing on her. Only the future would tell on the show. But in any event, congratulations to Zoe on her proposal. I don't know if she's gonna go all the way through with the man, but at least he's working for you, he's working with you. You got Shay, man, ain't got a job, and we have Trina, man, ain't got a job either, because the last job he had was a dishwasher. Like, Lord have mercy. So let's get to Trina. Congratulations to Trina. Trina seems like she's happy. She seems like, she's in love, and she married to dude because, she wanted to. And Trina always does what Trina wants to do. She don't care what people say or people try to warn her. When she has made up her mind and she has a decision, she's very decisive, and she'll choose what she want to choose, and she chose him. And, a lot of people are saying, how come she didn't get a background check? How come she didn't find out more information? Because she didn't care. Trina wanted him and she got him. I don't know if he's young or old or whatever the case is. His name is Ben, and he's on Love and Hip Hop Miami with her, and also he's on a music track with her too as well. And it seems like maybe he has not been working either, like Shay's boyfriend, because the alleged baby mama, she's out here doing an interview with Hot Topics, and she basically says that she met Ben while they were working together at a restaurant, and he was the dishwasher, and then they end up having intercourse, and I guess they didn't use protection or whatever the case may be, and she ended up being pregnant, and he disappeared and he ghosted her. He left her high and dry, and he's skin marked out of there. Okay, like, Lord have mercy. And this young lady, she don't know where he lived at. She only had one address. She's spoken to his grandmother, but his grandmother doesn't want to help her with the whole situation. And so she's out here basically trying to find him. He's on TV. He's married to Trina. So if she can get a payday, she can get some child support. That's what she's going to try to do, because she tells Hot Topics that she's a single mother, and it's hard. And I know it's hard, and especially if she believes he's the father. She said she's been trying to serve him, but we don't know if he's the father because there needs to be a DNA test. There hasn't been a DNA test. She's been trying to serve him to get a DNA test. And she also states that when it comes to Ben, he has other children as well, and he's an absentee father. Okay, like, Lord have mercy. Trina, where are you picking him up at? And then this young lady, she alleged that when she was dating Ben, or they was just sleeping together, they was friends with benefits, that he used to say he used to see Trina at her favorite hot dog spot. I don't know if this is true, if this is a lie, or whatever the case may be, if the baby's his or if it's not his, because we done already had Zoe's sister talking about she was pregnant by Fable, and she ain't never even met the man. So who knows if this is actually true or not. But in any case, she's making accusations and claims on Trina's husband, and she don't want to talk to Ben. She wants to talk to Trina because she felt maybe she can get some money out of Trina. Maybe Trina will wake him up or whatever the case may be. But child, let me tell you right now, Trina don't care for you or about you or what you gotta say, because Trina only goes by her tune. She only dance to the beat of the drums that she want to dance to, not nobody else's drums. Okay, this is why Bobby Likes backed up out of her business. This is why Trina brother backed up out of her business, and I'm glad to see that Trina is happy, because she lost her niece and she's been going through a lot. But Trina does got an attitude, okay? She needs to get right with Trick and treat Trick a lot better than the way she treats him. But in any event, so Trina, man, I don't know what he does for a living, if he did anything for a living, if his living is to be her sugar baby, okay? And I don't think Trina has a problem with paying for him or taking care of him, making him look good, putting him on records, putting him on TV. She wants to share her life with him. She wants to share her fame with him. She don't care if he has a little of kids out here in these streets, if there ain't no DNA test, you know what I mean, and he ain't claiming them. So it is what it is. And so on the next episode, we'll see where Ben basically says he made a lot of mistakes in his life and things of that nature, running out on your kids, or if you know that you could possibly be the father of some kids out here and you just don't care, you just move on, like you don't think about your seed, you don't care about your seed, you don't care about something that you helped create, that's a part of you that you're supposed to be there and take care of. You just bounce and go live your life like you ain't did nothing, like you ain't impregnate nobody. Like, child, when a man don't claim his own kids and he run away from his responsibilities, what you think he gonna do to you, Trina? Trina, he's gonna mop the floor with you. He's gonna mop the floor with you, and he's gonna put stains all over that floor, okay? But in any event, at this time and point, Trina is happy and she's satisfied with him, and she married him, and she's running around town with her little young man. I don't know if he's young because he looks young and old in the face, so I don't know. But in any event, Trina is going to get a wake-up call, but that wake-up call might just get clicked on because Trina ain't trying to hear from these baby mamas or nothing like this. Hopefully, he told Trina what was up or what was going on, and he was honest with her, because if he wasn't honest with her, that means he is never going to be honest with you. If he ain't being honest and straightforward with you, knowing that the type of career you have, the type of reputation you have, you know what I mean, you think that he want to protect that and make sure you don't look like no fool out here in these streets. But in any event, we need storylines, and this is a storyline. But congratulations on Trina and her book. So we shall see how this whole situation pan out, if the baby's his, if the baby is not his. And if you're gonna be laying down with a man and sleeping with a man, please know where he stay at, where he hang at, where his cousins are at, where his brothers, his sisters is at, where his mama's at, where his daddy is at, where he be at, period. At least have a social security number, at least have a birth certificate, have some information just in case you need it. You know what I mean? You gotta come on TV and well, hopefully you getting paid, young lady, but in all actuality, you're supposed to know these things about somebody that you lay down with, especially if you lay down with them without protection. You're supposed to have information on the person you're with, because what if they give you a disease? You never know what they possibly could do to you. What if they rob you? You're just a stranger. You can't report the information. You don't know nothing about him. You can't serve him. You can't do nothing. So before you open your legs and give it to him unprotected, please get some information on him so he just can't bounce on you like that. Okay, get his birthday, his zip code, his area code, get his social media pages, to take down his license plates. Does he have a car? Did he drive? She says it's expensive in Miami and she needs some help. And right now, he got to come up, and it seems like this young lady needs to come up too as well. But also, if she's actually, his baby mama, he should be there supporting and helping. He created this baby child. It's a whole mess out here in these streets. Well, she's on TV and she's getting her 15 minutes of fame, maybe even more if they keep her on as a storyline. But Trina don't like it. Okay, so Trina is going to flip pretty soon about this whole situation, and she's probably going to flip on Hot Topic for bringing this girl up into the picture. But as you can see, Bobby has left the whole situation alone when it comes to Ben and whoever he's out here, whoever kids he got here in these streets, because he said he did not want to be left out in the cold like Hot Topic is, where he's not a part of Trina's team. So therefore he's gonna let it be, and also Trina brother's gonna let it be too as well. So in any event, you guys let me know what you think about this whole situation. So good luck to Trina, and Trina deserves some happiness as well. We all deserve happiness, but just be careful of how you move out here, who you move with, because sometimes these guys will make you look like a fool and then you feel like a fool. But I think anyway it goes, Trina's going to pick up the pieces and move forward regardless of the situation. And if he try to steal her money, I guarantee you her brothers and the people going to come for him. Okay, he won't be safe out here in these streets. But